Hello, folks, and welcome back to Airport CEO. I've skipped forward a few days and made a few changes that are not impactful in any way, shape, or form. I want to go over them with you real fast just so you know what I did. But basically, I wanted to fast forward time so we have open slots so we can do this. The first thing I did is I realigned this to be out there. I continue this going down, so it's 7 wide now, going all the way down. That necessitated that we move this stuff over. I put a new whatchamacallit, de-icing. I'm calling it de-icing 1 because I'm anticipating having one for large planes as well. And then we have the de-icing spot. I got rid of most of the hangars over here because we're phasing out small planes on this area, so I don't see a point in having that. And I realigned this because I do want to build out here some capacity for remote stands, and potentially we're going to be able to get rid of all of this area and be able to do more with the remote things, possibly. The last thing I did other than moving these guys over is we added on a medium aircraft hangar. In case of emergencies or anything, we have to have a place for it to go. So now we have that. And I think that is the really extent. I might have added on 1 or 2 more here, and I also added on lights, but that's not a big deal overall. So our next step here, we need to go through and start shutting these down and demolishing these stands. And just confirming that there's no flight scheduled for A5 and A6. Both have no flights. So we'll shut those down and demolish them as well. After that, we can demolish these guys. Or I guess we have to go to the bulldozer for them for some reason. All right. That's all well and good. I'm going to have to re-evaluate how these windows are set up. Ooh, I didn't realize there was a spot there. Okay. I'm not going to go too crazy with all of that. And then I need to figure out where the actual pathway is here for these. So if we go out, I believe it's 2, but I need to double check because I don't remember stuff like that. And need to make sure I did the right thing. Yeah, so it's 2 that we need to remove there. Okay, so we can see where it goes to. That's not a big deal. So 1, 2, oh, maybe it's 3. Looks more like a 3 to me. Let's do. Yeah, okay, 3. All right, and then we'll readjust these. Whatever work they did with this stuff is really well done, by the way. Like, they make all these lines adjust really nicely, really quickly, really easily. I really dig all of the stuff they did with that. We are going to rebuild the walls through all of this, so I just need a second to do that. And then we're going to add on some medium aircraft stands. Once we remove, gotta get rid of that guy. It's in the way. And okay, that one works. This one, oh, it works as well. Okay. There we go. We got some new stands going in place. We'll get them hooked up with the tarmac. And then we'll have to do all of the work associated with getting them there. You can see we have lots of seating for planes over here. This area is much tighter, so we're not going to have nearly as much seating options as what we do for this other one. So we'll have this guy, which is not a big deal. We'll build some more on there. We'll have the entryway here, and then we'll build some more over here as well. And I just need to delete this crew. All right, that's going to get connected back to this baggage terminal. Same with this guy is going to get connected over to that baggage terminal. Great. And then we'll put in our check-in desk, our boarding desk. So I don't know why there's not a large one. That kind of drives me crazy every time I play this game, but whatever. All right, and then I need to remove some of this, remove that. And then I also need to place in, not security, I need to place in one of the, these guys. Bam, 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 and whenever I remove that one, bam. I should have just moved them. I don't know why I delete them. I should just move them, but whatever, it's okay. There we go. So this is going to be A2, and this will be A3. And then we just need to connect these to the stands. And we've been running as many as 500 people in this airport at a time. I'm interested to see now that we have 2 new stands with larger planes and we got rid of 4 ones with smaller planes, if those numbers change or what they do here as we go through. This one we're going to go in flights, and now that we have these set up, and look, we already have planes scheduled for those, we're going to turn off the auto parts for those, and we'll be able to build out there, but it's going to take a little bit more time, obviously. We just need to let that kind of roll for a little while here. Beyond that, I want to get windows in here. It's like stuff that doesn't matter, but I really like to do for some reason. So bam, 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 and then eventually we'll have another one in there for that. And then we'll get some more seating and stuff in there. We'll get our decorations in here as well. And just a quick thing. These guys are making $655,000 a day out of rent and sales. Like, we're not seeing that money. That's not coming to us. Because we look at our financial reports here. Go away, person. If we look at our financial reports here, we can see our franchises are not giving us, that's hourly, daily, nowhere near that number. So we're making tons of money, but they're making so much more, which means we need more shops and all that stuff to help with that. Also, we've seen a couple people be bored. This area is getting very busy. I'd like to spread out some stores through other areas here. Not necessarily in the check-in arrivals hall area, but maybe over here and probably another one over there. So let's take a look at that stuff real fast. We get another shops area. 1, 2... So I think that's about the size that I want to be. All right, let's take a look and see what some of our top tier shops would like. So this one wants 9 shelves and a customer checkout one. This guy wants also 9 shelves, but this is what we want. We want the ones that have the relatively easy or available things that we can easily achieve here. So we'll get our checkout counter in here like so. I guess I'll put it down here. Sure, why not? And then we'll get our shelves in there. 1, 2, 3. One, 2. Ooh, miscalculate on that. 3, 4, so that's 7. 8, 9. I'm gonna put another large one over here and right there. Actually, I want to move that one down. So I'll build that. What I like about this is you don't have to be specific. Like, you can just have it set up and they will do the job for you. We're going to change the floor coloring here just to be something so it's clearly different and a clearly different store. I'm interested to see with this new shop, once we get that set up, how does that impact our other aircraft or our other shops and stuff there. I'm still debating aligning these things better, but it's not that big a deal, I don't think. The only other thing I did was I adjusted the price of general aviation, so their ratings for me are a little down right now. The price for landing, I jacked that up quite a bit. And then this is our only one that's still questionable here, so we need to work on that. Let's go in. We're going to sign that bad boy. 95 sales a day, and we get a daily bonus of 20K. That sounds great. So we got that. It's going to go and do its thing. Where are you guys going? Oh, they're just going to the break room there. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at just the amount of stuff going on in this place. There's so much happening here. So yeah, they've already exceeded their sales goal. They're going to double it here. They're making almost like $750,000 a day at our airport location. We're going to have to reevaluate that. Do you see that bird just fly over there too? These guys are at 5 sales out of 95. That's okay. You guys met your stuff the previous day. You met your stuff the previous day. You even met your stuff the previous day. That's fantastic. And look at, we got some new planes here coming in. So we got, these are all from Zoom. This one is Swiftly. This is another Zoom plane. Heck yeah. And you can see we're over 500 people again in the airport. Did we do anything else of note? Oh, the only other thing I did is I bought more fire trucks. So our fire truck area is full. So we have 1 ambulance and 3 fire trucks. I figure when we have multiple runways here, it's probably just not a bad idea to have those on that. The other thing that we're going to do, I think here, is we're going to have this be another medium-sized runway for just departures, and this one's going to be just for arrivals. My hope is that if we get backups like we have here, especially when we have de-icing and we could potentially have 3 planes trying to leave and all of that, we can space it out just a little farther. It's not really going to change the game at all too much, but we don't have to wait for planes to land. Like, they're always just going to be able to take off. So that's kind of the hope with that one. This area here, I think we're going to evaluate and move over to this area so that we can then build into this area. Because right now, this little bump out is kind of odd and I don't like it. And we may need that space for whatever we decide to do with the other things. So I'm going to look at that and just see, one, can we actually fit it in there? Not a bus stop. Contractor site. No, we're not even going to be able to fit it in, quite honestly. So I suppose we could put one there. And then one there. No, that's not going to work. Okay. So that's not going to be a functional part for us right now. These can probably get put somewhere up here and not cause any real problems, but I don't even know. Can I move these? I don't know the answer to that question. Okay. What's the deal? There's no stair trucks. Oh, crap. Okay. So we need to order some more stair trucks. Vehicle, aircraft, buying, stair trucks. I guess that's a transportation? Yeah, it's a stair and transportation. I don't even know how many stair trucks we have. Not a problem I was anticipating having here. There it is, but again, it's just like the little small things that do end up mattering longer term. We do need to make sure we address those smaller issues here and getting them going. All right, but you can see as people are leaving those planes, they gotta walk all the way through here. This place is doing its job. This place is doing its job. Fantastic. I'm tempted to get more stuff in here, but I don't know if that's a smart decision or not. These guys are eventually going to close here. This Swiftly company is sending us lots of these, and these Airstratas, I really like those too. All right, so our next thing that we need to address, I in theory can get rid of this road. We can just have them go up through here and it works. I will also, I want to go in, let's do that now, and demolish those 2 spots. And then we can put in our above ground stuff here. So we got that going in. And then we'll put that there. And then we'll remove that stretch of road underneath. The only thing that sucks about this is like it's not lined up nicely. So cars going up are going to have a little bit of a problem. We probably will need to keep this area, but I can make it take up less space if we need to. Here comes our workers. And I don't know if we've talked about this before, but even like the light poles have shadows that move during the course of the day. It's little strange details that are oddly specific that I really dig about this game. There's just so many little things that work really nicely in this one that make it fun to play. All right. My other thought here as well is that we could have 2 more de-icing stalls up here and have it dump over to that. And then up here, what I was planning was having small planes, but we could do larger ones. I don't know the cost of doing some of the stuff that I want to do here as far as how much it's going to impact us, but we do have some options available to us. The other thing that we could do if we wanted to play this is we could have, once they come through security and stuff, we could have down escalators and we can build a whole nother terminal in this area and have like medium aircraft being serviced over here as well. That's a potential option. And then have another area that people can easily access for that. I don't know if I want to do that, but that's a possibility. But right now, I'm just loving that we have medium aircraft stalls across the board. If we go into our flight planner, it's looking good and booked. We should be getting lots more planes in here real soon. We have some small planes, which I'm not a fan of, going to some of our bigger stalls, I think, right? Like this is a bigger stall or no? Oh no, those are small ones. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3. So these should all be filling up here in the very near future as we access all this stuff. Heck yeah. You're going to get to your sales goal, I think. You need to get to your sales goal as well. You can see that having multiple shops influenced this one very heavily. So we're going to just need to build more capacity here to be able to do more stuff. Even this one might not reach its sales goal. You might not reach your sales goal. You might, oh, you crushed your sales goal. What I'm talking about. All right. So that's the decision we need to make right now. Do we build out here as far as remote stalls go? Or do we not do that and we build out here with a new terminal that could service this area? Because in theory, let's see what it would look like. So we do mediums here, and then I could also put mediums over on this side and have those all be serviced pretty easily and equally across the board. It's a thought we need to talk about. What I am going to do though is I'm going to beef up this so it's in line with that, and same with this one. We'll beef up these so they're all in line there. I'm not moving that back one. There's no reason to do that, especially because it lines up with the de-icing spots already. But I think I'm going to add on 2 more de-icing spots because we're up to 8 stalls. If we go here and add on just a row of medium planes, like this could be a significant area here if we really plan it out well. It could add on a lot of capacity to this airport, and if that's the case, we need to be prepared for all of that stuff. What we also need to do is we're going to build another area going across this way. So I'm trying to think of what I want to do here, because if we add de-icers here, they're going to exit this way because they're all going to come in here and exit out that way. Or do I build it so that they come across this way and they can go into this one and then pop out? I don't know the answer to that question yet. We'll figure it out over time here. But we could really ramp up the amount of flights we have. So we're going to do a quick test. I'm just going to build one just to see here what it would look like if we decide to do this. So I need to get rid of, let's build this in first here. So let me just take a look at the parking area. All right, so it's one beyond that. All right. So I'm going to put those in, but I'm pausing the game right now just because I want to make sure that the medium aircraft stall will work, or stand, or whatever they're called. Yeah, that's going to work there. Okay. So I don't want to actually build that because I want to build this one, but that's the only one I want to build. And again, we could very easily build out some remote stands. We don't have to build the terminal, but I think the terminal is going to be a better overall option for us. I don't know why, I like the idea of doing that. We're going to have more baggage guys here. So we're probably going to add on a whole new baggage tray. I might put one in here to service the top half and then another one down here to service the bottom half. I don't know if that makes sense, or if we put it over here to service it more easily. I don't know. But we'll see what's going on with that. So then we're going to go in and demolish a few things. going all the way. I think we can get 3 stalls in. Let's just do 2 right now. And the idea here, oh, I built tarmac, not what I wanted to build. Oopsie. All right, the idea here is that this is going to continue up. So we can get 2 in right there. So catty corner there, 2 over here. And that adds a good deal of capacity to our airport. And we can see what exactly is going on with that. This might also be where we start building 2-story stuff. So we can have people get here. We'll go underground pretty much immediately. So in here we can do that. Build the area going across there. And then add on to this. I also like that we have this gray color so we can see what's what. We can also dump all that stuff down. So they can go down another layer. So it's not a big deal. But let's begin the planning process here. So we're going to go medium, medium. We'll connect in that. There we go. All right. Then we need to build our terminal area. Actually, I should take a look at de-icing first before I jump the gun here. So let's go over here, look at our medium de-icing stalls. So 1 and 2, which means we can also theoretically fit another vehicle depot over there, which I'm a fan of. We need this, so... Now the question I have is, can I put another stand right in here? Because if I can do that, I'm going to be really happy. We're not going to be able to fit another stand there with this setup, which is fine. I'm not super worried about that. But if we can get another stand in there, that would be much preferable. Oh, we're just off. So I need to come down 3 spots. Let's see what it looks like if we do that. So bam, bam. And if I did this totally right, I should be able to go bam, bam. 1. Oh, no, 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 no. It's not going to work. Okay. So that's fine because this area can be for baggage and all that other stuff. That's okay. We're okay. I'm not worried about that. So let me go back and fix that up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We get 1, 2, 3. I want to keep it 7s going across the lines there. No, we're not going to do that. We do need to get on our service road here and connect it up with that. And we may have to reroute some of this service road stuff to be farther down. That's probably what I'm going to do right off the gate here instead of doing all of that. Let's just pull all of that there, there, and there. I don't like having these right off the main runway because it does cause other problems, but we'll deal with that as they arise. I'm not super worried about that. And I'm going to put some, let's see, we'll put some more infrastructure over here to support. So another place for our trucks so they can service our gates here. We can assign them to particular gates if we want to. We can put more fuel options over there so they don't have to keep running all the way back over here to get refueled. I think we have some plans that we can do here. All right, I do need to order 4 new de-icing trucks. So we'll order those. They're going to pop up over here, which we have a couple of things that we may or may not need over there. Hmm. But I like keeping all this as is right now. I think we're good. So products arrived. Our de-icing trucks are... Here they come. I'm just going to immediately assign them to our de-icing operations there. 1, 2, 3. And 4. All right, the plan here eventually is that this is all going to get phased out. These theoretically could be remote stands for our small planes. We put another medium runway here, and then we can have that be, just have them balance between the two, and I think we'd be fine. It's an option. We'd have to see how it works, but it's definitely an option. All right, so our next step here is we need a terminal. There we go. And I'm imagining that we're just going to continue this going upwards here all the way through and add on probably another, what, 8 gates? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and potentially have ones at the end, but that's not our main goal. I'm going to demolish this area here. And what I'm really concerned about is, how do I decide to route these? Do I just immediately take these and go down? And I so badly want to get rid of those because I can reroute this whole part of the network up and over into there and then get rid of this. And what is that one? Oh, we can get rid of that one too. We just need to find a time to do so. Oh, I got that one closed. Can I close this one? No, but I got that one closed. Okay. All right, so we'll disconnect that, and then I should be able to move it. And I'm going to move it over here just for now. We'll figure out a proper spot for it later. So I can demolish this and that. All right, and I don't know if we need bigger security either. That's another possibility that we can look at. But I really want to close this and have it go down and do its thing. All right, but we're making money hand over fist. It's incredible how much money we've made so far here. All right, so we have that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go up a level. And we're going to see what a second story looks like. We haven't built one yet, and I would really like to see what it functions as and how it works and all that. Because our first level, we're going to have, I guess we'll build some escalators here. They'll go down. We can cross over this. This we can figure out. But they'll go through here. Then they'll come up. They'll go through check-in and security. This whole area will be built for that. And then they can go up to the next level up. And they should be able to access their planes. So if we go to our, not connect baggage bay, but upgrade stands, we have jetways. And what that also does is it eliminates the need. Actually, let's shut all these down. Hopefully we're not scheduled flights for any of those. Let me go back into flights here and just make sure. No, they're not. They're not even showing up as possibilities because they're not connected. They're not operational yet. Okay. Whew. Thank goodness. All right, but let's upgrade these. There we go. Let's disconnect it. Now we can move that over to here. They're going to be closed, but that's fine. This one I also need to deactivate at some point here. These are all going to get removed. And once they're removed, they're going to become much less functional overall. All right, I've never built a second story on these before, so I'm kind of pumped about it. Let's go in here. We're going to change the carpet color. This is going to be our blue terminal. And we'll do the same thing up here. This will also all be blue. I just like the visual separation between those things. Now, in theory, what I should have done, if we were building this out longer term here, is go in here and have a double wide one so that planes can both come down both of these and then turn into either and back up in either. But hopefully, we're not going to be so congested that that's going to be a problem. We most definitely are going to have to change one of these to be arrivals and one departures. I think that's going to make the most sense. But that's, again, a thing that we'll figure out here as time goes on. I don't think we're overwhelming this runway at all yet. It seems like it has plenty of capacity. And taking a look at our flight list here, we're only carrying 44 flights. We are carrying many more. We are up in the... well, I mean, I've carried on just a small runway. I've carried all 75 up to 100 flights on one small runway, just doing random messing around. So it is possible to do. All right, what level are we on? We're on level 0, 1, 2. Oh, okay. So level 0 is the actual ground level in this game. Very European of us. That's not a thing in the US. All right, so... Okay, this has to be a secure zone. All right, we can do that. Okay. One, two, 3, 4. All right, I can do all of that. Not a small one. We want the self-check-in thingies. 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. All right, we're slowly moving there. We're almost there, folks. I'm really happy with the progress we've made here. We're going to copy some bathrooms. So holding shift, we'll get all of that. One, 2, and we'll put those on this level as well. 1, 2. We'll have to put more over here somewhere. Maybe in there. Okay. We need this thing to be shut down. It's currently way too many flights going to it. We have spent some money in this episode though, so I'm happy about that because typically we don't spend enough money to get all this going. All right, so I'm going to leave this open because I want to make sure we get the last one there. So Keep opening up flight. Stop it. Not what I want. All right. The rest of the airport looks good, though. Not sure why there's not a wall there. There should be a wall there. You see how much space we just opened up there too? So when we put the stuff going down, it's going to come over and go into this area. And then this area is going to have one of these bad boys placed inside of it. Potentially two. Oh, did you see they came down a different way? Interesting. Although this one eventually I think is going to just be just going this way, and every plane is going to have to flow down this way, and then we'll let planes come down that way as well. So, hey, we departed 5,000 general aviation aircraft here. So I do this, set one way. Yeah, that one's not working right. Alright, that is nicer for the lower down planes, but I don't want that to happen right now. I want the planes to be able to go and do their thing. I am also going to rearrange where this thing's at, because the smaller planes, even some of the larger planes, do end before this takes place, so you can see like it's already slowed down. Like, you could probably exit right there and not be a problem. If we can get them off the runway sooner, we up our capacity overall, so that would be a plus. We still have all this going on, my god. Let's go up here. We're gonna connect all of these. And what I like about this is we have the opportunity to build on an entire new area that's just ours. We can do it the right way. We have more than enough money to do it all, and we just kind of get to decide how we want this to look and feel and do all of the things. So we're still going to need pushback tugs for this area, which we know. What else are we going to need? Can I build real fast? Can I build? No, okay, I can't build on the stands because I was looking at this little road here. If I could just continue that across, that'd be fun. But we can't, alas. So yeah, we're going to get another few stands in there. Get our baggage set up here. Okay, so it has to be in a secure zone. We know that. Alright, let's demolish these walls here. And I'm just going to get started doing stuff here. I'm just roofing the walls here. We're going to have this whole area be secured, I think. And then I should be able to I'm going to try to put 2 in, if I can. 1, 2. I need to make a bigger secured area. It's not big enough yet. It's big enough to fit those, but not all the machines and stuff that we will eventually need. And then I need to build walls around all of that. Make sure we have a door there. Then we'll go in and build our service roads. And we get to have my baggage blunders here going again. So let's see what we got. 1, 2, okay. Then we're going to do the up ones. One, separated by 2, 2. I think that will do the job. As far as flooring goes here, I wanted to make it look like this is part of the tarmac. Not quite the right color, but it's close enough. Man, this is so fun. All right, and then I need to build some depots here, so those are found in the airport area. Depots. 1 and 2. No. And then I want to build service road the rest of the way here. Because eventually this could come over and parallel this runway down and connect in with this one if we need it to. I don't know. I'm just trying to head off potential problems here. All right. I don't think this is large enough to support what I just asked it to support, but we're going to try and see what we can get away with here. So I'm going to slow the game down because I need to think. And let's see here. It's going to come in from there. Okay. It's going to kick those ones out. I can't go down there, but I can go this way, so... No, I'm not going to have the room to do what I want to do here. Okay, so... We're going to... Let me just play a little bit here. See if I can make it make sense. All right, I'm going to continue that out that way. That's fine. From there, we will... 1, 2. I just need to confirm that when I build these, I can go straight into a conveyor belt. Yep, I can. Fantastic. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. If they mount that conveyor belt, they're there and gonna come up and be like that. This one is gonna come over here. We'll do 1, 2 of those, and the reason why I'm turning that is so that I can potentially fit in a mirror image of that over here, or at least build down there and not have to be too big of a deal. And then this bad boy is going to sit right there, I think. All right, so these guys, bam, 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 bam. Okay, that all works. Fantastic. There we go. All right, that means this bad boy is going to get connected to that spot. All right, and I got to figure out how the heck I'm going to route all of this stuff to all of the places and get all of our stuff done. Oh, that's a big one. What is that? It's 320? A321? Yep, A321. How many people are on board? 85 people. That's a lot of people for us. All right, taking a look at our flights here. We still have several days of a 7, 8. So we're on Wednesday. If we look at Tuesday, it clears out. Monday, we still have, oh no, it clears out there. Sunday? Okay, Sunday is our last one. And what we can do is we can reschedule a flight and just move it back in time here so that on Sunday we can kind of get building quickly. So in here, we're going to put baggage trucks. We're going to assign them to that. And then we can actually assign them directly to different gates there if we want. We'll have our back or our pushback trucks there as well. And we should be in real good shape. I really like the idea of the remote stands here. Hopefully it's going to work out. And potentially what we may be able to do is put on some large aircraft stands. Like we can easily fit 1 and 2 and have it be serviced and not really worry about it. So that would be an ideal situation for us. We're at a little bit about $3 million. We take a look at our, I always hit F for finances because that's what it is in every game except this one. If we take a look here, even though I spent a ton of money over the last few days, we still made money, which is an incredible thing. And yeah, I'm just so happy with how this airport's functioning and doing all the things that we want the airport to do. And look at there's so many people. These guys made all their goals here. You made your goal. You made your goal. You made your goal by a lot. You made your goal. You made your goal already. And these guys, like, this one's not made its goal yet. This one hasn't made its goal yet. But take a look at this. It's already above its sales goal for the day. This one, already above its sales goal for the day. Like, we did all of the things. And while we're not making the money that this place is making, it's made almost $1 million. We are getting bonuses. Every time that they fit and do the things, we get paid. So that's a good thing for us. I'm trying to decide if I want to put another jet fuel location here and have jet fuel trucks just close by, or if that's just a completely unnecessary thing, which I'm feeling like it's probably completely unnecessary, but that's okay. All right, so the only other things we really need to do, well, we have a lot we need to do here, but look at this. I finally got everything but this one. Can I close it? I click on it and nothing happens, and then I go to click on it again and it stops working. Okay, whatever. All right, so conveyor belts here. Look at the high speed. And we want that to go up and over and join into there. And then all I'll need to do is delete that, and then I can wipe out all of this area. This stuff, we're just going to have it go down, but I need to figure out where the escalators going down are going to be at before we can do that part of it. So we have escalators. I'm not doing stairs. Medium or small stairs. Nope, we're just doing escalators. Okay. So we're going to have a bank of those. Boom, 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 boom. And then we'll also have to put in some elevators, I suppose. Must be placed underneath the terminal. Must be placed inside. Okay. But you can see this area here is a problem because it's not allowing us to get that stuff where we want it to go. So we'll remove all of that. There we go. And it's closed 8:25. Hopefully I can close this bad boy up and then have it function properly. I'm probably going to build 2 more of these as well. So that one's servicing that one's servicing that. Oh, another flight popped up on there. All right, so let's go into our baggage or our desk area here. We'll do 2 more of these. 1 and 2, and then I'll just copy and paste because that's easier. Hold on, I put them the wrong way. All right, but that brings up that we can just do this. 1 and 2, our zone here. We're gonna get rid of that. Get rid of that. Cool. And why did it not copy or paste this for the second one. Is there something? Oh, it's right underneath that. Okay. Oh, and we're short on staff. What do we? Ramp agents. We need more ramp agents, of course. Add ramp agents. We have 2 good hires there. Everybody else sucks. No, no. I'll hold on to you guys for a second until we can get more of you. Oh my gosh, no. No. I only want the most qualified candidates. Yeah, you're hired. Even though you're not the most qualified, but you'll work. There we go. Okay. Then I have to go over ramp agents. So nobody there. There's some of them. I thought I had 3. Maybe one of them I hired was already like a rock star. I hope that's the case. All right. Let's get this done. But I'm already very happy with how this is looking right now. All right, we have another flight here. How many flights do we have, like, overnight? Quite a few, actually. Okay. There we go. Those bad boys are doing all of the things. Now I suppose we could do the escalator. I don't know if the escalator is going up or down. That's my only question. Okay, so it can't let us do it there because it needs to be placed in a terminal. All right. So I'm going to go here and go down a level. And we're just going to build that out and hope that that's going to be where we're going to have a lot of action happening here. Because the idea that I want to do is when people come to the airport, they're going to check in for our main terminal, or they're going to head left and go down the stairs. All of these guys are already heading out the gates there. So I think we'll be fine. And we'll see what happens. We do have the ability to add on one more of these over here as well if we need it, but I don't think we're going to need that at all. There we go. No. It didn't have anything on there. Why does it keep popping up stuff? Alright, so spring's here. We're going to be going into summer, then fall, then winter. So we have a little ways before we get into the cold weather that we have here. It gives you even pressure stuff, rain change. I love it. This is so fun. Okay, so we have that. Let's take a look now and just see how that works. Okay, so we have that. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I want to put some elevators in. 1, 2. Nope, we got to cancel that one. It's taking up too much space. But I think that will work. How big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we'll do that. This I need to still route stuff down farther, but we'll solve that problem here hopefully soon. Have a net worth of $10 million. Heck yeah, baby. Because you're CEO, you get CEO ratings as well with stuff. I don't know why people are going. I saw somebody go down. Oh, maybe it was just a construction worker. I love that they use this stuff too. But what's nice here is if we needed to, we can build this out farther and build another bank in there without really any real problems. All right, so I'm going to go down a level here because I want to get our conveyor system set up. And is it separated by 1? Yeah. Okay. So this one's going to be an escalator up. Bam, bam. Let's wait for those to get built. Let's see if this thing will... Oh, I'm never going to be able to remove that, am I? This is the dumbest bathroom in the whole airport. It's an airport that sits there with hundreds of people in it, and it has 2 urinals and 4 stalls. It's terrible. Although I can say I've been to amusement parks that have very similar setups and service far more people than what the airport does at a given time. Look at this, man. They're making money hand over fist. They already made their sales goal. You made your sales goal. Yep, you did it. You did it yesterday. You've already done it. You're well on your way to doing it. You can see once it's time to board, everybody gets to the airport early, wants to shop around, and then once it's time to board, they go load up. Most of them are doing self-check-in, which is fantastic. And then they'll go do their thing. Okay, so let's go in here now and prepare for what we need to do. We need a high-speed escalator going down, but first we need to go down a level. We want to demolish that one and that one. Then we'll go down a layer. We're going to demolish that one and that one. Once they are demolished, then we can build in our down and up escalators. All right, this one's going to be going up. And this one's going to go down. And we should have them functioning just fine after that. Yeah, you can see they're getting stuck right now, but they just need to get built, and then we can demolish the belts in between them. Because those are already hooked up properly. There we go. We're up and running. So we'll demolish this area. And then we're going to connect those with terminals. We'll get rid of some of this stuff. Oh man, I'm so happy right now. It's all working out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. And we have more check-in area available. We also have this whole area available. Like, this is probably unnecessary, our new terminal here, but I don't care. I like it. And it has all of the things. Like, it's ready to roll all of the time. That's incredible. Well, it's not ready to roll because it's not connected to all the stuff it needs. Let's figure that out real fast and then we'll call it a day. All right, so that's going to be an up escalator. Oh, interesting. That's inside of the place we built. Okay. Do I want to move that over here? Can I move it? I can, and I shall. All right, then boop-a-doop-a-doo, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do. There we go. All right. So that's going to eventually come from the check-in spots. This one. Oh, we need an escalator down too. That's right. So that one is going to feed into there. And then this one needs to feed all the way back out to this guy. I know I'm running a risk running it this close to an existing building, because if we need to expand that building, I kind of took away that option, but I'm okay with that for right now. I'm trying to be really methodical with how I approach this and try to solve the problems that we're presented with here. So this bathroom theoretically could get expanded to be much larger, but it's going to be a nice spot for vending machines and a couple other little small things. And yeah, if you take a look now, that is hooked up. We could open this up because all the requirements for it are fulfilled. This one, we could hook up soon. It's not set to go because it doesn't have a way of getting its stuff, but we're okay with all of that. And I think that's where we're going to leave this one for today, folks. So thank you as always for joining me. I really appreciate your time, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.